If you have knowledge of something, there's nothing wrong with sharing that with another teammate, whether it's somebody that's in your group or not.
You know, it's all a family. We're all trying to help each other. Nobody's trying to step on anybody's toes. But if you see something, you say something.
I'm assuming the expectation, and I ask all three of you gentlemen this question, is to compete for, if not win, another championship this year.
I mean, it belongs to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Episode 2.
Yes.
Bearcats Blitz. So we got the commish back in the building, but we're going to call him coach tonight because he coach right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We also have 2 other members of this esteemed team here with us. We're going to get to know them. But just remember what we talked about last week. We'll be building off that. I talked to these 2 guys a little bit backstage. They're also calm, y'all. They might talk a little bit, like a little smack, but just they too calm too. This is a concern for everybody else. I'm telling you. I've played sports my whole life, watched sports. When guys are just calm, it's concerning for everybody else. I don't need to be concerned because I ain't got to play them. But those teams who got to play them and fans of those teams, you might want to be a little bit concerned. I'm just saying. I'm not telling you how to feel. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. So we know Coach Roque. We know who he is because he coached tonight. But we got 2 new gentlemen here to introduce to y'all. Y'all know how it goes. There's no better person to introduce you than yourself. So Nasir, we'll start with you, sir. Please let the people know who you are and any other information you want to let them know about you.
I'm Nasir Adams. I play running back here, number 9. That's pretty much it. I'm ready to go get a chip.
Same thing for you, sir.
I'm JeVaughn Thomas. I play a wide receiver for the Bearcats. I wear number 2, and we ready to go, man. Ready to get after it.
So if you watched Turf Talk, you know that there's, especially this week, everybody's going to be playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that includes Bearcats. But this is going to be a lot of these teams' first game. So, you got your first game jitters for some people and all that. But you got to look at the other side. This is also the first opportunity to really go after another team. Not preseason, not scrimmage, but actual games, stats being kept, all that good stuff. This is going to be an interesting weekend. If you're a fan of indoor football, arena football, any of those things, y'all need to have eyes on AAL too this week. And especially the Bearcats, because they've been sneaky, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't really heard too much from them until last week. Like, they just been chilling, right?
That's it.
And I keep telling y'all, and I want that theme to continue, and I want y'all to be paying attention a couple of weeks. They too calm. Like, they're not overly hyped. They're not under hyped, but they just calm. They just, like, everybody got a sense of, like, it's about to happen. It's going down. And I feel bad for some of y'all. Some of y'all might be prepared for it and understand, but some are not going to be. That's just how things work. So, want to definitely introduce the people to you two fine gentlemen a little bit. Let them get to know a little bit of how y'all operate and stuff. So I'm gonna do it a little different from how I normally do it. Just make it fun. So Nasir, we know that you don't have a problem with voicing your thoughts and opinions, right? That's cool. You know,
Yeah.
that's cool. So I'll ask you this question. When looking at the defense, do you feel like the defense for the Bearcats is going to be a problem for the other teams in the league, and why, if you do think so?
I mean, if you know some of the guys we have on our defense, they fly around to the ball, guys hit. You get what I'm saying? You got to be prepared to get hit at the line with a safety coming downhill and you coming at a high motion. You get what I'm saying? So they do some things that a lot of other guys can't do. And we have a lot of experienced guys. So just the knowledge of the game, them sharing to other guys, you get what I'm saying? It makes the defense as a whole just flow so different. And our offense is powerful. So when they stop us in defense or when they make mistakes and their mistakes are better than, you get what I'm saying? Some people, their best efforts, it's kind of like, okay, we know we're getting somewhere. You get what I'm saying? So that's kind of what we work towards, just the defense as a whole, they fly around, they hitting, everything's just smooth.
JeVaughn, would you like to add anything to that, sir?
Yeah, the defense, they look real good, man. They got a lot of experience over there. Definitely some rookies coming in this, going to make a splash as well. I just feel like they got the best opportunity because they go against us every day. They go against the offense every day. We got a real high power offense that a lot of teams aren't gonna be matching our energy this season. So they definitely get the work in.
Man, we are 3 receivers deep, groups on offense.
Groups.
Groups.
So, Coach,
3
you
deep,
saying
3 groups deep.
Coach, you saying that the defense is getting a lot of work and they handle it well. Is that what I'm hearing?
Absolutely, yeah.
Anything else you want to add about the defense?
No, I mean, those guys gonna fly around, right? The couple guys that are back from last year, how we lost to Wheeling and stuff 3 times. Like a lot of them, they feel that, right? And it hurts because we lose to a team 3 times. They may have got us the first game. I might give them the first game, but the second game and the divisional championship game, we let that one get away. Right, definitely better team on the field. Let that one get away. So, I was gonna make the hashtag blame Wheeling, right, for whatever's to come from the Bearcats now. But we went with they're not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
It was definitely gonna be blame Wheeling.
Yes. I'll say this on the show last week. There was a lot of when this happened against Wheeling, right? Because some guys that was on the team last year, and you could tell that there was a little, I could say like maybe a little trauma,
Yeah.
that need to be worked out, and the only way to work it out is on the field. So
that next person got to get that rap, and it's been, you talk about it. It's a lot of months and days built up.
And then to lose to a team 3 times, and then you don't get to get your get back on that team.
Yep.
It just means everybody got to get it.
Somebody got to pay. Just like when we lost to the Stampede in 2023. First game of the year after being up 32-12. Right? With 6 minutes to go in the game, and you lose. And after that, it was somebody got to pay. And we ended up going 9-1, winning the chip, beating them at their place for the chip.
This man's still talking about that, y'all. So it still bothers him. You know what I'm saying? If it still bothers him, I'm sure that's being relayed to the team. Like, don't forget, we got to finish these games, because when we don't finish, bad things happen. We ain't got time for that this year. So.
All the time, yeah. Yep. You lose opportunities.
All right, so this question is for both of y'all. Offense. Got the running back, got the wide receiver. Tell us about the offense. Tell us how this offense is going to look this year and what you guys expect to be able to bring to the offense this year.
From my point of view, I just feel like we're gonna be a force to reckon with. You get what I'm saying? When we got double high motions now, we get to put the running back out at receiver. We can move. You know what I'm saying? We can move. I'm 6'2", 230 pounds, and we can move. You get what I'm saying? We got a guy named Aaron. He plays a little bit of fullback, a little bit of slot. You know, that's a big body to defend. So you get what I'm saying? It's from all different angles, from quarterbacks to from the running backs to the O line. You get what I'm saying? The O line up front. Oh my God. Like even in practice tonight, you get what I'm saying? Like just things that they're gonna do, we're gonna do as a unit is gonna be, you know, it's gonna be something to see.
Mm-hmm. What
Yeah,
about you, Mr.?
I'll just say very explosive. Expect to see a very explosive offense. A lot of speed on the field. We got a lot of guys that can move, get the ball in space and take it to the end zone, man. Every time we got guys that has the ability to score any play. Not gonna name any names, but we got some guys at the receiver position that these teams are not gonna be able to guard.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I still talk to some of the other receivers from stuff from last year, and I was telling them like as a group, receiver group, we had some dudes last year, but as a group, this group now is better than we had last year. Like we've never been full too deep, but we talk about 3 deep groups. It's wild. It's wild.
It is wild, but man. And then, of course, last night we talked a little bit about some of the changes to the rules and how that can affect the game. So that's going to add even more, just a little extra sprinkle on top of everything else that's going on. Man,
it's hard when like the decision now is, do we want to set the tone the first play of the game and go into I formation and be like, now you got to play bully ball with us right from the get, or do we want to go ahead and go up top and score first play?
Mm-hmm. I know we were talking before we came on, and we were talking about your game that you had this weekend against I'm gonna say it like you said, them boys from South Jersey. So kind of slide into that a little bit. What do you guys see as far as things? I mean, I know this is a team that right? Like things change from year to year, but basic philosophies normally remain the same. And close team for you guys. Kind of like a
rivalry.
Yeah, a rivalry.
A new start of one.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. So what do you guys see as far as things that you feel like you may be able to do to them, and then things that you need to watch out for in this opening game?
I just think first, I'll start. We got to be able to keep our heads right, because we're always going to get the best, right? We're the team's best. We've been around for a while. We got championships. We're on here talking right noise. So we gotta let those guys be the problem makers, right? And we gotta be able to walk away. That's gotta be the biggest thing. Like I said, I'll hop the board, call timeout, walk up something. I'm not gonna let us, right? I'm not gonna let one of us get thrown out for one of them. That's not gonna happen. That's the biggest. I'm not too worried about our guys though. Not too worried about our guys.
What about you, JeVaughn? I know Nasir got a few things to say, so we're gonna say him for
last. I say just not dropping down to the level of our competition, just going out there and beating the shit out those guys, honestly.
Well, I guess Nasir wasn't the only one that had something to say. Oh man, all you Nasir, all you, bro.
I mean, we just know that's the team from down south. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So we just they always want to talk about who's the Jersey team. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of our shirts have slogans. You get what I'm saying? Like this one right here says "Standing on Business." You get what I'm saying? And like we gonna show somebody who the real Jersey team. You get what I'm saying? Everybody after that, we just gonna we're gonna pile on to it. I'm not gonna say too much, but we're gonna pile on to it, man.
But take it that
We should have waited for a bye week for Nas to come on.
I just want to play some football. You know me. I just want to play some ball.
so I know now we talked about before we hopped on that celebration is gonna be happening if they let you get in the end zone.
Oh yeah, we gotta have a
Hey.
party.
When?
Yeah, every time we get in the end zone, we having a party. It's not just for me, my teammates too. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm a big advocate for them dancing. You get what I'm saying? Them having fun because like if we got to do it together. This is like if we can't have
For
fun
real.
doing it, at where we at with this thing. You get what I'm saying? Like I might as well not even do it. You get what I'm saying? I love playing the game of football with my teammates. You get what I'm saying? We done went through camp. Like we might as well go have fun. We're not scoring for nothing. It's a party.
Yeah. Even trying to get them to celebrate scoring touchdowns in practice. You gotta rip them for not even just doing that in practice. Like, yo, just celebrate that shit. I don't care what it is. It's hard to score a touchdown. I don't care what level it is. It's hard.
This
Celebrate
is fair.
that shit.
JeVaughn, I heard what you said too. I heard what you said. I like that.
When?
Yes. He said when.
Yeah, when he get in the end zone.
I was trying to be, down there. when you score a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, talking to you guys behind stage and now, it's going to be very difficult for a team to get in you guys' head to, kind of affect your confidence, right? And I think that's a big part of any game. Because if you get up, for some strange reason to get up a couple of touchdowns, okay, we spot you some points, time to go get them back. And see, that's dangerous because that's like it doesn't matter what you do. And boy, they're gonna have a game on their hands for sure. From what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing, they're gonna have a game on their hands. And and then you got the whole Jersey thing added to it. Like who's the kings of Jersey? Who run Jersey?
I tell you what I'm looking for. I'm back there calling plays and seeing who's on their defense. Let a DB come out there with Reeboks or Under Armours or Umbrios on their feet.
Umbrio.
And not it be Nike or depends on maybe Under Armour, depending on what they look like.
Yeah.
But don't let them come out there with other than Nike or Under Armour on.
Tell
Or
y'all
Adidas.
DBs
Maybe
right
Adidas.
now.
Depends on how they look.
Any DBs in the league, if you come out there with bad drip, we're going at you. You heard it here first. We're going at you.
Pay attention to everything.
Yo, you know what? That does make sense though. If you ain't even got the if you ain't even on point with your cleats, bro, we gotta get at you and see what you're working with. That kind of makes a lot of sense actually.
Yep.
It's funny, but it makes a lot of sense at the same time.
Listen, so we had a receiver drop a ball in practice today. He had some cleats he shouldn't have had on. And I said, that's why you dropped it. Because of them cleats you had on. What Prime say? You got to look good, play good, right?
That is true.
Can't have no BS on.
So how do y'all feel about Adidas as far as the drip goes?
Depends on how they, for me, it depends on how they look.
Okay. I was just wondering because my kid plays soccer. So a lot of soccer
sport.
is Adidas.
Different sport.
Oh yeah, that's the Adidas
What
sport.
I was gonna say, I saw a lot of good cleats. And I was like, what about these? And then found out they weren't soccer cleats, they were football cleats, like we need to be wearing these football. So I was like, oh. So Adidas got some decent, some decent football cleats. Some decent, not saying all of them, but some decent ones. So okay. But yeah, I feel what you're saying. Like if they look like they just raggedy or they look like they just I got you. But definitely, you got on the Nikes, some Under Armours, the ones that look real Yeah, but yeah, anybody come out there with some Umbros, they need to get it in any sport.
Because
You come out there
our
with
turf,
Umbros, we're going at
right?
you.
Because our turf is the like regular arena turf, like the carpet. So you got to wear sneakers or the turf shoes. So that's when people don't have a lot of turf shoes, so they just go buy some turf shoes. They'll do it.
But you got to have the right choice. Don't just go get
They'll,
any
they'll just do anything.
choice. So speaking of this Jersey showdown, I know for Nas and you, and I think JeVaughn, this may apply to you because I don't think you were on this team last year, but it still may apply to you. There's going to be a lot of guys that you may have played with on the other side. So that gives you an opportunity, of course, right, to kind of, I know what he does, that piece, and then as well, when you're playing against guys that used to play with you, we all know it in any sport, any level. That's a little extra motivation. So how you guys feel that's going to play into the game this week?
I think it's gonna be fun. You know what I'm saying? We got some guys like, I play running back, so we got some guys who've played on our defense last year who we've gone at it at practice. You know what I'm saying? And it was never at a intensity of a game speed. You know what I'm saying? So it should be more fun. I get to see what they do. Because I'm a big, like I said, I'm a big football fan. I'm a big fan of my friends, no matter where they play. You get what I'm saying? We can
Yeah.
play against each other. I just love to see, good football. But I think it's gonna be very interesting and just fun. You get what I'm saying? As a whole thing, with the trash talk and just them playing with us last year and things like that. I feel like it's gonna be a good, a nice atmosphere to play in.
Gotcha. Anything on that, JeVaughn?
Um, I could say same thing really. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of energy with the guys on the team from past couple years, knowing some guys from their team. I don't know anybody from their team, so it's gonna be a same day situation for me, same any game day situation for me. Just gonna go out there and ball.
But that could be good too, because that could make you feel like, you know what? I don't even feel bad. I'm just about to get everybody work.
Hmm I'm not worried about that.
Coach, what about you, sir?
You got players that played here last year that, are down there. And so I feel like up front, right, our guys definitely gonna get challenged, right, for sure. But I think we're up to it. We're ready for it. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited for the coaching gear for us to all wear for the coaches.
Been saying that for weeks.
He
Yeah,
be
he
holding
has
out.
missed that a couple of times. Sure, he's missing that a couple of times. And hey, you should be excited, right? Like you put your heart and your soul into this, and people got to think about it this way too. These guys have been practicing, for weeks, right? These guys have been, working together, coming together as a team, forging that bond, that brotherhood. And you get the equipment, you get the things that go with that, man. It makes it so much more real.
Yeah.
And then they get a chance to kind of really debut these things because you're not wearing them until the game time. So this is the first time they get to actually put this stuff on. Like they've seen it, of course, but actually put it on. And this is for everybody except for the guys that played last week.
Mm-hmm.
This is your first opportunity to put this stuff on and kind of put it all together and see it all about, oh, we got it, we ready. And if you have not seen Bearcat stuff, I will let you know. My outfits is clean. The military joint, I dig that because it's a little different. All of them are really clean, but the military one just popped out to me when I saw them.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, when they wear that, they're going to war on somebody.
Yep, and that's why we gonna protect Jersey on that day. That's why I got Jersey on the front.
I feel it. I definitely feel that. So, Coach, I've talked to some of the guys from the other Jersey team that used to play for y'all. Nothing but positive things to say about the organization. You, everyone has been, part of the team when they were there. So I feel like that says that even though guys may move on, right, they still have that, man, I learned so much here. I got to be a good player here, which says a lot about, the entirety of the coaching staff, how everybody's working together, how everybody's just trying to make, iron sharpen iron all over the field. So talk to us a little bit about how you go about that process with the team.
Of just making it like I don't know if you want to say friendly environment or family environment,
Yeah.
but it's right. It's a lot of guys, they want to move up and get a shot somewhere, an opportunity, and you just got to be ready for that opportunity when you go. So we just try to make sure we show and let these guys know how to be, how to act, how to move when they go, how to talk or whatever it is. Understand the arena game, whatever it is, has to do with life and this game of arena football. It's a beautiful game that they understand what it is and how to move. It's really all it is. And I think the biggest part is caring, right, about your product. That's the biggest part. Like, we care about what we put out, the product we put out on the field and on camera. And I think a lot of it starts there, is your amount of caring of what your product looks like. Right? Because if you build it and everything's right, you don't even have to recruit anymore.
You start to just get the word about people like, yo, go rock with them.
Right. And honestly, right, of course, people might be like, oh, they're being arrogant. I'm really not. That's really kind of where it's at right now. Almost fully.
I feel that. So Nasir and JeVaughn, as two guys who are in the process of going through that, can you guys maybe share how you guys are benefiting from being in the Bearcat? We're gonna call it the Bearcats program, and how is that helping you guys, develop and be ready if those opportunities come to move to the next level?
I mean, for me, with this being year 3, like after my first year, I was blessed to be able to, like, get an opportunity to move up, and like, with some things not going all the way as planned, it was a blessing, honestly, to be able to have a place to come back, that was home.
Yeah.
I came back to the same atmosphere. I always tell AJ, like, in college, they taught us about, like, being in a first class program. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's nothing like short of what he has there. It's just a first class program, from the way we operate to the professionalism and practice to the way he would like for us to speak. You get what I'm saying? Everybody looking the same. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a place that you want to come back to, a place that you want to play for. You get what I'm saying? And when other people hear about it, it's something that they want to be a part of.
Okay. I like that. That's from the mouth of a player, y'all. It ain't pandering. That's from the mouth of a player. Anything, JeVaughn?
It definitely just having the opportunity to play football again. Honestly didn't think I'd be able to play the game again after college until I found out about the Bearcats. One of my old college teammates, Willie Garner, he's on the team now. I seen that he got signed. I was like, oh, he's still playing ball. It just gave me gave me that spark, like I could still play this game that I love, and I'm just grateful for Coach AJ and the Bearcats organization.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I seen JeVaughn play when I was at Kane, when I was coaching football at Kane University. We scrimmage FDU every year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So when I seen the name pop up, I'm like, wait, I know him. Seen him before.
So we touched on this a little bit last week, Coach, but I did want to just help the people understand. So when you're going through the process of where a guy wants to be part of the team, whether you're going to bring him on or not asking for too many details because we don't want you to leak no trade secrets. Nobody else gets, but just kind of what's your process for deciding if there's somebody that maybe you should have as part of the Bearcats, or maybe not quite what we're looking for.
Right. First, we asked for the location, right? Where are they located, right? Because we don't have housing or nothing like that. So if you're in South Carolina, just not coming here because it's not realistic. Even though the guys be like, "Oh, I can move up there and get a place." No, you can't. Because I won't. I don't even feel right having you do that. Spend your own money and we're not giving you nothing. That's crazy. But then it's a need. It's like, what? All right, what have you done? Right? What are you trying to do? Where are you trying to go? Have you played any college ball? When was the last time you played? Right? Because we like to bring in guys that have played college ball before. Because there's different levels guys have of understanding of football, right? And how to move and stuff. And then after we see the film and stuff, and the people who first ask, do you guys pay? I just leave them on red, literally. Because because if you're playing the indoor game worrying about money, you worry about the wrong thing, because you're not paying your day-to-day bills in the indoor game. It's got to be bigger than, oh, what am I paying? It's got to be bigger than that. So it's about opportunity and getting film and continuing to move. It should never be about the money part in the indoor game. Never. And then it's just, I guess, the need for it, and do we need to get better at a position?
So if you're out there listening, you're out there watching, and you're thinking about getting into, indoor, you just got some tips on things to think about, right? Things that you might want to know, like, am I in it for this? Am I in it for that? Good information. Free game for y'all.
Yeah.
A little free game there.
You gotta have, it's gotta be a reason why you're doing it, right? You gotta have a why. If it's just for the love of the game, cool. We're perfectly fine by that. But you gotta make sure your love of the game matches the guys that's trying to move up, because if not, then you're not gonna be able to fit in.
Right. I know we talked last week. You are an organization that put a lot of people, in other places. Like Nas talked about earlier, opportunity came, may not have worked out, but still the opportunity was there because of, the work that's put in. And it's important for people to understand that's the purpose, right? You guys understand, and we've talked about this before. You guys understand that, hey, if the opportunity comes for a certain guy or certain guys, I want you to take the opportunity, right? We want you to take the opportunity. That's what the purpose is. We want to, but when you go to that place, we also want you to represent the Bearcats and the AAL2 in a way that makes them say, okay, if we need somebody else, let's go look at this team, this league again, because those guys, professional, about their craft, not focused on the nonsense. They focused on being professionals.
Right.
And that's something that, I've talked to at least one coach from every team. And that's throughout the league. That's everybody. Everybody's looking at that mindset. Everybody's saying, hey, we need guys to move up. We want guys to move up. We're prepared for that depth, right? You heard Coach say earlier, 3 groups of wide receivers ready to play. That's dangerous. You got guys hungry, guys like Nas who've had opportunities, and maybe understand a little bit better by getting that opportunity. Okay, this is the things I need to work on here, so that when the next opportunity comes and you go out there, you give it your all, it should. No matter, it will, but being more ready for it. That's what it's all about.
And you know what the best part about his opportunity was? It didn't come from the Bearcats. Like how it started, it came from Coach Steeple with the War Eagles. His boy, Ricky Foggy, was the head coach for the Minnesota Lynx, and them two played together in the AFL, back in the day. So it was from another coach, right? So you just never know who's watching, who's going to be a guy that's going to spark your opportunity for you.
Oh,
that's what made that one even better. You just never know who's watching.
Right. How good must it feel to know you got an opportunity because the way you perform, another coach saw that and said, hey, man, we played against this guy. You might want to check out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought it was fairly cool. You know what I'm saying? Especially because he's a good person. You know what I'm saying? Before every game, he shows so much love to the Bearcats. You know what I'm saying? As a whole, like Coach
Mhm.
Julian's a great guy down there. Coach Steeple's a great guy down there. So they gave me an opportunity, which was so cool. Like for them to think about me, because like once again, like I just go and play football and go home and try to wait for the opportunity to come. So it was cool that somebody thought about me, in the process.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So we got to circle back to this matchup, right? That we got coming up. We got to talk a little bit more about the Jersey matchup, right? We don't have a defensive player on this week. That's okay, because I know y'all guys see the defense every
I
week.
tried.
So
He's just had a new baby, so he's in dad mode now.
hey, all good, man. Certain things are certain things. It's all good. But I feel comfortable with the gentleman that we have here. We talk a little bit about the defense, right? Your defense versus their offense. Do you guys feel that is going to be the catalyst for getting you guys the ball on offense to give you more opportunities to put the ball in the end zone?
To be honest, I don't know too much about their offense. But I do know who we got on defense, and we can get to the quarterback. And we got some new young guys that are into this game that you don't act like they're young anymore after, 5 weeks together, 6 weeks together.
Yeah.
And then that's and with another guy who just came 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So I know we got. Again, I don't know too much about their offense or who they got, but I know we got some dogs out there on defense.
I feel that. So, JeVaughn, Nas, what are y'all thoughts on how you feel that your defense? I know, like Coach, you may not know too much specifically about their offense, but just from what you've seen from the defense playing against them in practice every week. What? Yeah.
I just hope that they prepared to be hit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I'm 6'2", 230. I be sore. You know what I'm saying? Them boys be hitting, and they physical and fast doing it. You get what I'm saying? So that I just hope they ready.
Yeah, piggyback off what Nas said there. We got a defense that's gonna fly to the ball. Guys that's moving around. Guys that can play everywhere, honestly. We got guys like Tariq who move around and play wherever. I think we're gonna create a lot of turnovers. A lot of turnovers.
Tariq could be at
Between the DBs and the D line getting to the quarterback, is gonna be a lot of turnovers.
corner. Next thing you know, he's at linebacker.
Yeah.
Sitting at 6'1", 6'2", 225. Imagine a receiver coming down in motion and getting crashed out by him. Oh my God, why is that corner? Oh man.
And man, I forget his name. The guy we had on last week that plays everywhere. Y'all Swiss Army knife.
That's Aaron.
Aaron, yeah, that's it, Aaron. Yeah, man. I talked to the guys last week talking about Aaron. They're like, man, my man play everywhere. Anything besides quarterback.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Swiss Army knife.
We seen that when we played Harrisburg last year.
Yeah.
And he was at running back. He was at receiver. He played linebacker.
He kick.
Yeah, he kicks.
Yo, he could move too.
Our center went down in practice. Next thing you know, Aaron's at center. and this is no, but he pays attention, right? Because he goes to center, he's making the right blocks.
Yeah.
Like it's nuts. It's nuts.
And having a weapon like that, man.
And then what happens when you line him and Nas up in the backfield in the eye?
And Nas was just saying how he can move. So, ooh,
Aaron is 6'6", 260. And then you got Nas
like
at 6'2", 230.
Aaron does not run like he's 6'6" to anything. That man, he moves.
Especially in the slot.
Yeah, when he go in the slot, He's actually moving.
at 6'6".
There's just so many. We have so many people that can do so many things
Yeah, we
on
talked
both
about
sides of the ball. Both sides of the ball.
yeah, we talked about like y'all's versatility being a big
Yep.
a big thing last week. And that's another thing, like, man, y'all. So, like, you start to just look at what we're learning here, y'all, that are watching. Versatile team, bunch of very cerebral players. And even on here, they're just not like, they just calm. Why is everybody so damn calm? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's smiling, like laughing, like, yeah, we pretty good, man. I think we do our thing. And I'm like, the teams that you watch out for, are the teams that kind of like, there's a lot of humbleness to them. They just give you what they feel, and they smile a lot. Those are always the teams that you gotta be a little worried about. So I go back to what I said, like, a minute into the show. There should be a lot of concern with teams that are going to be playing the Jersey Bearcats, especially the Jersey team that's going to be playing them this week. And I'm sure that team feels very confident as well. As a matter of fact, I know they do because we talked to them. But at the end of the day, I said it last week. I know Nas was watching because he quoted it earlier. Everybody's tough till you punch him in the face.
They gotta see us, whether we talk, whether we don't talk. They gotta run into us.
Yeah,
We gonna be there.
pretty much to win a chip. I feel like you guys, unless something wonky happens, are going to be somebody that is going to be a player deep into the postseason. Playing 10 or 11 games, right? I don't like to just come out and be like, yeah, they're gonna be one of the teams that's gonna play 11, but y'all, I feel like y'all gonna be around it at the end of the season. I got that sense from possibly a couple of teams, but then like that was before I really heard anything about y'all, because again, your coach has been had on his other hat, right? This is only his second time he's got to take off the commissioner hat and put on the coach hat. And I will say he does a great job, I think he does, of separating the two. But here, he gets to be the coach. Here he gets to talk about the team. He got to worry about everybody. He's going to talk about his team. And hey, it sounds like you guys are put together to make some things happen.
Yeah, and I think, right, when you go into a season, you're definitely going in, like, you shouldn't go in just being okay, right, 500 or whatever, or just making it to the playoffs. I think that starts to build that championship team, the guys you bring in, right, from the start. And so then when it gets to the end of the season and you need to bring in somebody, it's somebody that is going to make a significant impact with what you have already, instead of replacing 95 guys like some teams do. Like, I'm sure there will be, from right now to the end of the season, well, to the roster's locked, you might see maybe one or two more guys maybe come in. But other than that, you keep everybody, because we're built and we're going to have 30 guys at a game every week.
Yeah.
Most teams probably won't have 30 players at a game every week.
Right. Yep. We did talk about that. And JeVaughn and Nas, you gentlemen's names came up when we were talking about the offense last week. So when I saw your names on here, I was like, oh, that's two of the guys I was talking about last week. They're going to make plays, and some of the things that you guys are doing on the offensive side in training camp in preseason. So definitely, as y'all are talking, quality things to say about your teammates, they saying good things about y'all too. And that's the thing, man. When you talk about dudes that ain't even on the screen with you, you like, yo, this dude this dude that. That's when I'm like, okay, we got something going on. You got something where everybody's got a lot of mutual respect for each other, and they understand the goal. We need everybody to get there.
That's it. It's a goal. Just got to figure out a way to go 1-0 each week. Let the rest take care of itself.
Mm-hmm. I definitely dig that. So, we at a point here where is there anything else that you guys would like to, discuss? Anything else you guys would like to say to the people?
Go Bearcats. We'll see y'all in 9 weeks.
Real shit. Go Bearcats. We coming, man. We coming, whether y'all like it or not. I'm excited, man.
Yeah. Okay. I'm excited for it. You know what I'm excited for? I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited to see the all-white uniforms on the
Right?
field.
We ain't never go all white.
That's what I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, Coach has been definitely excited about the uniforms for sure. For sure. And I don't blame you, man. Like black people say, oh, blah, 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 uniform. Hey, you look good, you play good, in an all-white uniform. Well, they always clean.
Mm-hmm.
They always clean, so that's gonna be good.
Right. So because we're wearing white, we're gonna have the white T-shirt for pregame too.
Yeah.
So make sure all white. Everything. Try to match, man. We try to again be as professional as we can that our budget allows.
Yeah. Don't be out there no Umbros or no
Don't do it. Don't you do it, or don't no DB be in there with a strap on his cleat.
Yeah, or no Reeboks or none of that. Don't be doing that.
Don't have a strap on across your cleat either.
If you got a strap over your cleat, we're gonna tell your coach to get you out.
High top Under Armour.
They got a lot. They got a high ceiling in there. If I'm not mistaken, there's a high ceiling. Don't let you have a strap on your cleat and you play DB. Don't do it. Because we just gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta see what that strap is about on that first play. We just got to. And don't let us score. Don't let us score. Oh man.
So
that's my fun. That's the fun that I had. I think right at the end of the day, I'm a competitor. I played the sports and like I can't be out there playing no more. That's my fun.
Yeah.
Finding that guy.
It's funny. One the other things I love is that throughout the AAL too, right? You have a lot of guys that played that are now coaching, right? So you have guys who understand the game and have been in those positions. Every staff we talked about, how there were guys like yourself who have that experience from playing as well. And that's big too, because you can identify the players on a different level. When you've done it, you can identify on a different level. And the player's going to listen to you on a different level because they're like, this dude has done it. And that's different from just some guy coming in, running some numbers and tell you what you should be doing. So that's a good piece too, man.
You gotta, when you played, you gotta back up what you did, to make sure you sound right and are teaching it right and all that.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So I do got one other question.
Oh, here we go.
I do got one other question. So let's just say, theoretically speaking, hypothetically speaking, however you want to say it, you have your coin flip, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Bearcats get the ball first.
That's what we always want the ball. Always want it. Always want it first.
Are you guys going to score?
I mean, listen, that's even last year's the first play. We go up top. We trying to put the nail in the coffin the first play.
I want to see how y'all feel.
It set that tone. First play. It is. We're going to figure out what type of game this is going to be. That first drive we get, first play, first drive. We like to try to set the tone and figure out. Right. And I think that's how anybody should attack it. Let's figure out what they want to do first.
What you about to say, JeVaughn?
I wasn't about to say nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nas?
Nah,
No,
we
you
just
got
coming out. We coming out swinging.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it.
Coming out to
We try,
score
we trying to,
every
yeah,
time.
that's it. We gonna see what you're about early.
That's why we take the ball first. You know, most teams
Always.
they
We
want the
won
ball at
the
the half.
we won the
We want it
toss
first.
every single game so far. Last 2 years.
Y'all want the ball first, huh?
And we
You going
love when
straight to
other
the press.
teams do it. When the other teams do it, because they always defer to the second half and all that. Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it. Because all we gotta do, we go score, send our defense out there. They get a stop, we go score. Now 14-9 game. Now you gotta call. Now you gotta make some changes. How you calling that? You know that play, that game now.
I dig it. I dig it.
And
I
then
dig it.
once we get up 21, now you got to put the ball in the air. Now we really like our chances.
But now you just pin back and go after them.
Right.
They're already in the hole. Can't
Right.
really win.
And now that's when that ball starts to float in the air.
All right, bonus question, y'all. Bonus question.
Here we go.
It's not. It's a simple. So, besides your own game, is there any other game that you really paid attention to, or you interested in seeing what happens in this weekend?
Well, you know, for me, I love it all.
Yeah.
Like I actually love when we got our Bearcat games because that allows me to just be, you know, with the Bearcats. But personally, I love them all. Like they know that. Sometimes I talk about other teams like, hey, I got commissioner hat on right now. You got WP. But yeah, all of them, man. For me, all of them. Like some people may not think that because you know the Bearcats or whatever, but if you really know what you talk about, I love it all. Every single team when they play, love it.
I figured that was going to be your answer. I really did figure that was going to be your answer.
Yeah, it's true. It's not just that just show putting on. I truly love every single team in the league. It's like my baby, literally. So,
fellas, what about you guys?
There's just a lot of good football in the AAL too. If you look at the growth from like the first, well, at least my first year, you know, I've played against and with some guys that I would say are some of the most talented guys that I've played. You get what I'm saying? Played with or against, and I've played college. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a lot of good talent. It's just great football across the AAL too.
Me being a rookie, I haven't seen much of the AAO too, besides from film. I watch a lot of film though, and it just looks real fun. These teams get after it, and I'm just excited to be a part of it.
I'm just paying attention to what he said. He said these teams, it looks real fun, and these teams, like he did. he was trying not to be. It seemed like he was trying not to say certain things. That's what I got out of it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to get out of here, we got the same answer 3 times in 3 different ways.
I'm ready to play some football, man.
When I tell you these dudes, man, they like this dude, man. He's never like, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. South Jersey. Y'all better bring y'all work hats, y'all hard hats this week, man. It's gonna be interesting.
And you know the best thing about it is when you put in where they play at, it's an hour and 40 minutes. Well, at least from me. Like that's a good distance to have 2 teams in one state.
Man, it is. Yeah. That's close enough where you could be in South Jersey and be like, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna go see the Bearcats instead. You know what I'm saying? Put it out there. And I say it every week. Make sure you are checking these guys out. You know, we're gonna get their information so you can follow them, so you can follow and check out the team. Make sure you tapping in, man. If you're in a market where one of these teams are at, check them out, support them. If you're not, Then, as we've already found out, and as you can see at the bottom, you go to Facebook, go to IG, you can see the games on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you're doing these things because this is football you want to see. You know, you complain about a lot of people complain about the NFL and how it's not, you know, they've made so many changes to the game where it's not even the same game anymore, right? This is a place where you can see the old school game at. Guys out here giving it their all, not worried about, you know, this guy touches me or this guy hits me or this happens or, you know, if I feel like he fouled me and you don't call him and throw my helmet off and throw a fit, like just get guys that want to play. You don't get the call, yeah, you might chirp a little bit because we all do that, but you're gonna get back and get ready for the next play. We're gonna have a football game, fun football. So y'all be ready. AAL2 for the entirety of the league opening weekend coming. A couple of teams have already played, but for the most part, opening weekend. It's gonna be fun. Make sure that you are watching. But to all three of you gentlemen, appreciate you hopping on to spend some time with me. Let the people get a chance to know you, know the team a little bit, and just enjoy real football. Enjoy football at its finest, right? So,
Sir.
gotta let the people know where they can find you. So, JeVaughn, we'll start with you. Just let the people know where they can find you at.
You can follow me on Instagram, underscore JDT2. I don't really use Twitter or nothing else like that, but really just Instagram.
Fair enough. Put some quick highlights up there too.
hmm Now I got some up there a little bit.
I feel it.
And for me, mine is my Facebook is Nas Adams, and on Instagram you can follow me at Nazi Boy, NASIIBOII.
All right. And coach, tell them where they can find you and the team information at.
You could find us at JerseyBearcatsFootball.com, Jersey Bearcats on Facebook, Jersey Bearcats Arena Football on Facebook, and Jersey Bearcat at Jersey Bearcats on Instagram. So
Cool,
go ahead and get those tickets for that April 26th, home opener. Tickets start at $5. It's the youth football night. So any kid comes in with or group with their jersey on, right? It's $5 to get in. And another cool thing that night is the team that out of Roselle where we play, the Union County Vipers. We're gonna be wearing their logo on our T-shirt for pregame.
Okay.
So that's gonna be pretty cool, actually. So because we had a meeting with them, and I thought it started at 11:30. So here I am thinking I'm early at 11:20. Meanwhile, they inside having a whole meeting that started at 11.
Hey, it happens to the best of us. Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Let me get your logo and all our guys that night because they're gonna come out to the game, and we'll put your logo on our pregame T-shirts.
Nice.
Yeah. So we got a couple groups coming out that night, and a couple groups that can't make it that'll be out. Some of the other nights, the other theme nights.
Tap in. Make sure y'all listen. Make sure y'all paying attention. If you can't get there in person, gotta watch them. Gotta go to the site. Gotta find out when you can watch the games. You gotta see them. You gotta watch these gentlemen, the gentlemen that were on last week, and all the other players that we'll have. It's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be scary too, but like the kind of scary that you don't want to turn away from.
You're gonna get some in-game interviews now this year too.
There you go.
Some guys gonna be mic'd up during the game.
That's when it gets fun.
Yeah.
That's when it gets fun. So yeah, it's gonna be.
We try, man. We try to set the standard is what we try to do, right? We from where we started to now, it's there's no loans, we don't owe nobody nothing, no money. It's all time and hard work, really, dedication to it. Just trying to be the standard of developmental.
Love it, man. Love it. But again, good luck, guys, on the week on this weekend as well as the rest of the season. Appreciate you all for hopping on. Everyone, make sure you're tuning in next week. We'll be talking about what transpires in this game, and also, a little bit about what's going to be happening with the next game. So until then, Bearcats Blitz episode 2, and we out.
Retro.